If you're looking for an exciting new book to read, New York Times bestselling author and former Special Forces officer Brad Taylor is back with an edge-of-your-seat thriller featuring Pike Logan as he goes head-to-head with Russian President Vladimir Putin's henchmen. All right, thank you so much for joining us today. So what should readers know before diving into your new book, which is pretty rad, by the way?
They actually don't need to know anything. I usually don't write about current events. I was doing a lot of research on Ukraine and Russia's invasion of it because I still do security consulting, and I came upon a system that they invented a long time ago called the perimeter system, which was something that was against our SDI. Reagan had Star Wars, which theoretically could knock out every missile that they fired at us, and that scared Russia. And so they made the perimeter system, which basically was early artificial intelligence that took feeds from everything from seismic sensors to communications from the Kremlin. And if all those things were met, a computer would launch the missiles. It was called the Dead Hand in the West, and it still exists in Russia. And I saw that and said, man, that's enough for a story.
Wow, that is really impressive. Okay, so tell us about, explain to our viewers, what the dead man's hand is, right? Like, it's a very specific deal.
Yeah, so fictionally what I did in the book was the actual perimeter system, the actual old dead hand, works on a nuclear first strike. And what happens in the book is Putin changes that to himself. So to protect himself from coups and other things, he creates what he calls the dead man's hand, which is if anything happens to me, then the missiles are going. And that's kind of the premise of the book. There's a group of partisans from Ukraine that decide the only way to end this war is get rid of Putin, but they don't know he's got the dead man's hand in effect.
Yeah, so that creates a bit of an issue, right? That's really cool. So the idea is if Vladimir Putin dies, then it just sets off this chain reaction of nuclear explosions, correct?
Correct. Yeah, they start launching against the West. He's basically, and it's only for his internal people. He's kind of like, you guys want to take me out? You think I'm doing something bad? I'm taking Russia with me, so you might as well not.
Whoa, that's wild, right? Okay, so how does your real life experiences influence the tone and characters of your book?
Yeah, it can't help it. There's nothing in there like I did an operation in Iraq or Afghanistan or other places. I don't say I'm going to put that in a book, but you can't help but reflect on your experiences when you're writing it. If you're going to write a book about swimming in the ocean, you'd think about what was it like the last time I swam in the ocean, or riding a bike. How does it feel to ride a bike? So when I'm writing about gunfights or operational planning or things like that, I can't help but fall back on my experiences.
Absolutely, because I've never been in a firefight, so if I were to try to write something like that, it would probably not be as good. So before I let you go, Brad, where can folks find your book? Or your books, I should say, actually.
They can find them wherever books are sold, but they can go to my website at bradtaylorbooks.com if they want to read an excerpt of that book or any of the books I've written. This is number 18, to see if they like the flavor of it and what the tone of it.
That's very cool. Thank you so much for joining us today. And guys, go check out Dead Man's Hand. It's a really, really great book. And you can see this interview again if you head over to First Coast News Plus. You can catch that on Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV.